Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to episode 16 of DeGodCast, the podcast by Degens for Degens. Today is June 14th. It's JB, part of your trio of hosts, along with the homies, Chapter and Slate. And as always, we deeply appreciate y'all tuning in. And if you want to support the pod, please like and subscribe on whatever platform you're listening on, or feel free to chuck any donations over to DeGodCast.soul. Anyway, it is OG DeGods month on the pod, apparently. We got another legend from the community with us today, the one and only Patty Fi in the house. How's it going, Patty?
It's going well, my friend. Thanks for having me.
Fuck yeah, pleasure to have you. Excited to get into some of your recent degeneracy. But before all that, Chapter, hit him with the decap.
All right, let's see. I swear it's like my phone dies and I leave a space and then pass out and wake up and like the space still going. This morning, fucking Mr. Worldwide dropping bars and accommodating every time zone. Y'all know who we talking about. But for those who missed it, the alpha has been extracted, I went through. So for the recap, W Scholarship Alpha got dropped in the form of a 3-hour impromptu press conference by no other than the space goat Franklin DeGods himself. So let's talk about it. The W Scholarship website drops on this Friday, and there are 2 types of scholarships. The first type is a scholarship that is guaranteed admission to the Mint, the Duppy's Mint, aka confirmed whitelist for you degenerates. The second type, and definitely the most mythic, is a full ride scholarship to the Duppy's Mint. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to connect your Twitter, Discord, and wallet and accept an empty transaction to get verified. And there will be some optional questions, right, on the scholarship website. Scholarship applicants that hold 375 dust at the time of submission will have their applications moved to the top. Also, there's going to be a real life team eyeballing and digesting every single application, so keep it real. The form's not going to be any type of test on Solana or DeGods or any types of dumb shit you got to study for. This is going to be about you, so keep it 100. Trying to diversify the Duppies community with some dope people. So if you think you're dope, smart, or just want to have fun and join the Duppy squad, apply. And if you plan on botting the application process, stop the cap. Also, all information collected will remain private and be deleted after scholarships have been dispensed / executed. Nobody keeping your shit. 3,500 scholarships will be available. That's 500 fully loaded, 3,000 half scholarships. Plus, the live dust pool is out by the time you hear this. This shit is going to show DAOs, how much they put in, and show current whitelist spot allocation standings. And it's worth noting that DAOs will be able and are able to add dust to their dust pool position, but DAOs will not be able to withdraw their dust from the pool. My homie B asked me this morning, he was like, yo man, what happened to June? So the alleged mint date was supposed to be June 30th. Adding another 15 days till mint with the current amount of dead gods staked allows more dust into the circulating supply to potentially spread the barrier of entry and create opportunities so all the homies can get in on the action while effectively allowing the team to strategically do all the fine tuning on one of the greatest NFT projects of all time. So basically the team said, fuck it, we math. W supply 15K, mint date July 15th. What else? W staking. Shit's going to have levels and rewards. Level 1 Duppy staking rewards will be announced after the mint.
There's levels to this.
Yeah, facts. The homie, our beloved and goated co-host, JB, became the chief Shui officer over at Barrel DAO. We fucking lit. Yo, big salute to him. Yo, shout out to Barrel DAO and all the homies getting turned on the timeline. And finally, rarity.degods.com got the full renovation treatment showing all the dead traits and shit. Shit's got that toggle shit available. Fucking dark mode. Plus the Mythic Dylan helmet got officially reworked. Or should I say remystified? Shit looks incredible. We like the art. Plus some other traits are on the chopping block and feedback is continuing to roll in. So we might see some interesting adjustments to our current accoutrements. Shout out to everybody whose idea almost rugged my well-known face. Y'all thought? Back away from the weed. Come back tomorrow. Deliberations ongoing. Fucking big salute to everybody who tunes in. Shout out to the homie who's working on that Iron Man. We see you.
Gang.
Big 3 season starts this weekend.
Gang.
If you don't own a basketball team, let that sink in. Shout out to Rippy Doo for clothing us on Twitter.
Hell yeah.
And just like that, we're going to fucking New York. Let's fucking go.
Let's go. Yeah. I mean,
so much.
Yeah. Every week it's like so much shit all the time. But like, what do you expect, right? It's Salon Summer. It's DeGod's Summer. We just got exciting shit to look forward to every day.
It's not Salon Summer, dude. It's
true.
I think it's DeGod Summer.
Yeah, it's not Salon Summer. It's Shoey Summer though. Shout out to Barrel Down.
Hey, facts. Hey, shout out to Barrel Down.
Hell yeah. Got some
let's fucking go.
You already know there's some DeGod's booze in the pipeline to look forward to.
What does a chief Shoey officer's responsibilities look like?
Just keep the vibes as high as possible. And,
I was going to say, I think I know. That's like the best job ever.
Rip as many shoeys as you can and encourage other people to rip as many shoeys as they can. So I'm excited. I actually
checking IDs.
Definitely not checking IDs. Yeah, but everyone, if you tweet a shoey, there's actually a filter on Twitter that checks if you're 21 before you're allowed to post it. So we're all good there on the legal front.
Yeah, so we're following the rules.
Yeah, shout out to the ring of kids that tried to con me into paying them dust for their soda shoeys the other week. That was I caught on to y'all real quick.
It's a rug.
Yeah, that shit is wild. What a simulation that we live in, but. Geez, man, big week for traits. You mentioned, Rippity doing the basketball jerseys. We got fucking Hawaii Dow putting out their real life Hawaiian shirts, both dead and alive version for OG Hawaiian DeGod holders. And then
fucking
a whole
sick
gang of traits got reworked, and every single one of them except for the mythic helmet got reverted back to its original version. So
people were being little bitches, I'll say.
Facts.
God chat
and everywhere complaining
was cancer
about the new trait.
for a little bit. Yeah. And some of these traits, I mean, clown nose, shrank up a little bit. I personally thought the bigger one looked fine, especially when I saw the smaller one. I know you said there was talk of some like Xerxes 300 nose ring type shit, which is just crazy.
I know that there's people out there, bro, like, and everybody like is entitled to their own opinion, and I
size
feel
doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, there's people like, and I know there's a lot of people who, they had layering issues. Some people were talking about like, they like the smaller nose and all that shit. Like, that's what's up,
It's
bro.
a clown nose,
But exactly. But some individuals were talking about the full rug. I mean, it was the full rug. I mean, and eat shit, bro. Like, it didn't happen. Yep. We got reverted. So
hopefully
let's fucking go,
you
bro.
have, number one overruling say in the clown nose chat, so they don't pull some weird shit
either
on you,
I was gonna say either me or Galaxy knows, bro.
Yeah. Yep, true. Some of the other ones that got reworked, I mean, the Dylan helmet like just fucks, right? Like the Dylan helmet rework is unreal.
Bro, yes.
I think it's back. A lot of people were, it was still kind of sick, but it was kind of weird seeing like some of the other traits layered on top of it and full on faces and everything. But yeah, the Dylan helmet is back. The propeller hat turned into a straight up black beanie. While my first instinct was like, this is clean as shit.
Bucket hat, not
this
a
fucks. Yeah, sorry, bucket hat.
Word, bucket hat.
I'm multitasking, trying to turn off my Telegram notifications while I talk, but I thought
I'm already on D&D.
Looked sick. Some people apparently are very attached to their propeller hats. I've never owned one. Personally, couldn't see myself being that upset that my, super cheesy ass propeller hat got turned into a clean ass black bucket hat. But I think Slate, it was you that first kind of brought it to my attention that it was lacking that kind of Dead Gods style or that Dead Gods-ness to it. It was just
I don't think that was me. I was all for the new traits. I thought that, I think that the goal was to overall make the collection look cleaner. So there's not like these outliers that are just kind of like look.
Oh, and
crazy.
I didn't mean that as like you were like roasting the bucket hat. Like I think it's clean. You think it's clean. I think as far as like a mass appeal level, where people are going to look at the floor and see a bucket hat instead of a propeller hat and be like, yeah, this God fucks, I'll buy him. Agreed. But I do think, where the propeller hat had like the Lego in it, and every one of these OG Dead God traits has like that kind of special touch to it. That's like, how did they die or whatever. It was just a black bucket hat. So I kind of understood that.
And here's some conspiracy theory shit. But, if you've been in DeGods for a long time, Frank used to come into God chat and talk about like what they want to do next. And he used to talk about possibly, letting you upgrade your traits. And, so, I mean, I don't know. He said it's an experiment. Maybe that was the experiment to see if people liked it. And maybe in the future, something else will happen.
Yeah. Upgrade your traits, not in the like Dead Gods sense, right? I don't know when this was happening.
As in like it was before Dead Gods, but It was like, I mean, I think it was probably one of the first iterations of Dead Gods, but like upgrade single trait.
Yeah. Couple.
Damn, I'm gonna have to upgrade my Degen display. But all right.
Couple pairs of glasses.
Shout out to Degen displays.
Got reworked. Shout out. Yeah. One day when we do live, audience recordings, I'll have my Degen displays in the back. I also won't have my wife's dirty clothes, but couple of the glasses traits got reworked. The rectangular green glasses just kind of got cleaned up a little bit. I thought that was fine.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Nothing crazy there.
People
the
bitched
alien
about
glasses got derugged hard. I think I liked the
people bitched about it.
Really, people liked the aliens, the OGs.
People just don't like change. I think more than they like the original idea.
True. Yeah, I mean, I know. Like, I think possibly number one alien glasses representative in the community, Airmans, thought that they looked sick with the rework. Just a clean pair of black shades with like the Dead God color scheme on the lens. I thought it was fine. The Soul Chain, which I have something to say about. I think being, as far as I know, the only mythic. The mythic Halo reworked gold to like Solana color. Pops on any background now, like fucks. I think just people easy upgrade. Yeah, like you said, people hate change. People are also dumb, but it is what it is.
True. I hear that.
But yeah, of the mythics, like, listen, Dylan Helmet lost its mysteriousness, lost that like, staring into the pit of hell when you look at a Dylan Helmet.
They had a very good argument, and I think like,
and they got that back. And now
that shit resurrected. That shit is fire.
Yes, agreed. And it feels like that, standout mythic trait again. And with the Soul Chain, I feel like one of the things that drew me and a lot of other people to it in its alive original form was just the sheer amount of fucking bling on this thing. That
bling.
Yeah, like it literally, you couldn't look away from it. Like if you were looking at an alive Soul Chain DeGod, the Soul Chain was like, it grabbed all your attention. It was this mythic ass fucking chain. Like me personally, it was my favorite mythic alive, and I know a lot of people, felt the same way about it. And then when it died, it kind of lost that bling. It lost the glow. It lost the statement. Same way that the Dylan Helmet lost that mysteriousness that it had. So I do think they added the glow speckles around it, or I don't know how I would describe it. And I did see it like on its own, not on a DeGod, and I thought it looked pretty sick. But then as I saw it on more and more gods, it just like didn't really, have the same effect, and it just still doesn't pop the way that it used to. So I don't know. I'm not a fucking artist, so I don't know what the answer is, but there's just got to be a way to make that shit pop and fuck as hard as it used to, whatever that may be, making it like all gold, throwing some kind of, I bet if, obviously Dead Gods are like less cheesy, more clean and sophisticated. I bet if you were to poll Soul Chain holders whether or not they would be okay with like a cheesy, wild, aggressive glow on the Dead Soul Chain, a lot of them would still say yes, just to get that fucking like statement piece feel back. But it is what it is. it's just a fucking trait, right? Like I still think the dead Soul Chain looks sick, so not really complaining. But if we're going the route of full reworking and trying to derug some of these mythic traits, that's it's definitely on the list. So Patty, do you have any thoughts on the reworks? Did you have any DeGods that had those traits?
No, so I was actually kind of like, I felt rugged that I didn't. But the chain, okay, so like, trying to remember back when there was the dead gods were announced, they were going to happen, and then there was like a little bit of a reveal of what the traits would look like. And one of the examples I specifically remember was like the crown, like the dead crown looked super dope. And I gotta say, I think the dead crown now that they ended up with, not a huge fan. I think the Salon Chain, even though it was dope, I think it was dull.
Yeah.
And with mythic traits, and one of the things that drew me the most to the DeGods is they like revamped a lot of the Bored Ape style, where like there were dope traits that people wanted to build a DAO around or something like that. Salon Chain was one of them, and I just felt it didn't live up to I don't know, the pop. You know what I mean? Like it had a sick pop originally. Like I bought a zombie that's got the silk robe and the pimp chain. He's just super clean. Like he was the cleanest. This is back when everyone was freaking out.
I've seen his ass.
They floored it for like 6.5. It was so clean. I was just like, I have to buy this. And then I killed him, And I gotta say, so the dead gods to me at first, in my opinion, were so artistically ahead of their time.
Yeah.
It was a lot to take in, and it was so much change. But dude, if you like blow that thing up on a good resolution, you zoom in, like this wasn't some fly by night project. Like this was so well done. And if you really admire the Salon Chain for what it is, it's a work of art. But we're in the world of NFTs, and it's like I don't know.
You
back
see
in
it
the
on
day,
my Twitter PFP. That's a
like let me
circle.
flex. Yeah, let me flex, and it didn't have that flex appeal. And then when they redid the new one, at first I was like, oh, this is still kind of weak. But I zoomed in and I did see. I don't know if Scum did it or Candy Apple, but there is pop to it now. It's just the way the color scheme or maybe the style is, it's a lot more detail. And the old style was kind of cartoonish. You know what I mean? Like
it was
like
literally
a zombie,
just like a glow.
And it was like, whoa, But now we're talking about what looks more like a work of art. If you look at, I'll just give you an example, like the fucking Mona Lisa. It's like a still painting or something. Like it's so captivating and mesmerizing.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't see like the Mona Lisa having some like, I don't know, some pop to it or anything like that.
I wouldn't have like the Mona Lisa as my profile picture.
That's the thing. So it's like, where's the happy medium? So my biggest fan of the upgrade was the Dylan helmet, because the new Dylan helmet, I didn't even notice until they upgraded it. You know what I mean? I was just so like, I don't know, like just used to seeing their face again.
Right.
But if you go back and you do look at it, it's like, bro, that Dylan helmet used to slap, and the new one matches that.
And that's,
it does. Agreed.
It's hard to have something like the Soul Chain where the original appeal was like this fucking pop, this crazy bling, shiny golden, and then translate that to the not muted, but like the style of Dead Gods that's like very, you know what I mean? Whereas like the Dylan helmet, they added back, like I call it the void, where the middle of it is just all black with the eyes, and it instantly gave it back that, mysterious appeal that it had. So it's definitely a much harder transition to make, and I don't know what the answer is. And again, if the Soul Chain just stays what it is, you're right, it's still fire as fuck. But
bro, but I feel like we've been calling it like the Dylan helmet for a long time, bro. But if you guys look at rank 12, bro, I feel like it should be the Urcon helmet, bro. Maybe like,
Don't tell Dylan that.
Hey, nah, Dylan, you hear this? I'm saying it, bro. I'm just saying this shit fucking slaps.
Trying to change our history, bro.
Hey, I'm just saying, bro. Fucking rank 12. Hey, rank 12, I'm just saying that shit's fucking hard, bro. Like, I don't know.
I
That
agree.
shit's
It
fucking
is the
hard.
rarest.
Maybe just because
genre,
I,
too,
shout out to everybody who watches Game of Thrones, bro. I don't know.
So no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, damn, that's crazy. Yeah.
I was just gonna say,
fuck.
it is like, if I had to pick one, I like the robe better than the armor. I think, yeah, it is the rarest Dylan helmet. It was probably my favorite undead, or just DeGod, right? That's what we call those. And yeah, it definitely is fucking unreal.
Oh shit! I just realized that if you like look at ones that haven't been transcended, it says not transcended yet.
Mm-hmm.
They're switching up shit.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say the new rarity website is fucking fire, bro. I can't even fucking
The
talk.
rank 1 is kind of a rug in the general term. Like, I mean, look at it; it looks kind of goofy in the.
For which one?
That happens a lot though, because it's just the way it's calculated, right? It's just like you mix all the rarest traits together, and it usually looks a little funky.
Yeah.
But
one thing I can say though that I always have loved about Frank and the DeGods is, again, this is history in a sense of changing, and I've seen people, they get all upset and pissy. Everyone wants to fucking have an opinion, but to upgrade or to change something that was a permanent collection, I don't remember ever seeing that. Like it was done through like a tangle and through like just updated metadata. Like just that in general is like, yo, these dudes aren't fucking around, bro. Like they're listening to the community, and bro, that came out of nowhere. I remember waking up Sunday morning, people freaking out.
I mean, was it really listening to the community? Because we all loved our DeGods.
Well, yeah, because somebody had to be bitching about it, right? In order, especially some of these.
I think maybe
some of these
Frank
random
just
traits.
saw it. I think Frank and the artist saw it and just thought we could do better.
Yeah, bro. Like if we go back, we're talking about history, bro. Fucking Delilah was here, and if we go back to the Delilah episode, and everybody who's listening, listen to what Delilah said. Delilah said, "Fuck the old art, bro." Delilah just fucking whipped that shit up, and Delilah was like, "Nah, this shit's weak." You know what I mean? Let me try this shit for real. And then that's what happened, you guys.
Yeah.
Well, there's more to that, but still, that's the short story.
Yep. And I don't know. We'll see. Again, it's like I don't think I've seen a dead god that I didn't really like. Even some of the traits that I'm not like the biggest fan of, it's like the art still, when you put it all together, is unreal. So they could leave it all the way it is and it would still fucking slap. Or, the fact that they're even like, all the artists are obviously working on duppies right now, and the fact that they even took any time to consider redoing some of these traits that people maybe have like complained about just shows like how dedicated to the community that they are. So
the grind,
motherfuckers, love those guys. But let's talk about Patty a little bit. Patty, I am very curious because I know.
Oh shit, Patty's here.
Oh shit, what's up?
What's up, Patty?
You, as far as I know, have a very like non Web3 job, right? Not really tech or crypto or anything related. So I'm curious how you got your start in crypto and NFTs and how you ended up here, because I feel like for the people who aren't in tech or crypto or something like that, it's usually pretty interesting.
Dude, actually, this is so fun to kind of relive this. So I'm from Austin, Texas. You know what I mean? I always talk about, like my struggles with addiction and being in recovery. And what's actually funny about it is I grew up with this kid. His name is Ross Ulbrick out in Austin. And he's actually the creator of the Silk Road. So,
fuck.
Yeah, bro. His mom, swear to God, his mom was at my house 2 weeks ago.
Is he the guy that's in prison for life?
Yeah, for life, bro. Yo, and it's fucking crazy. We
shit.
We weren't like, don't get me wrong, we weren't friends. You know what I mean? Like he would come over to our house. My mom and his mom were really good friends, but he was like 2 years younger. You know what I mean? And like,
plus he was a nerd.
He just, I don't know, bro. When you're kids, everything's so fucking different. And like, he was always around and like we would talk and, like hang out. But like, he like wasn't like in like my clique and my circle. But I just remember when Bitcoin was coming out and the Silk Road and him going to, prison and his mom talking to my mom and her crying and all this stuff. And, so like when I was on drugs, bro, I missed out on the Silk Road. Like I would have loved to have that access and that addiction. Because dude, bro, people were ordering like great, like ounces of MDMA and all that. So like I do remember the Silk Road and like the drug aspect, but I never paid much mind to Bitcoin. And what ended up happening really was I always knew about Bitcoin, but like it was hard to conceive this internet money. And then in 2017, when I finally had my shit together, I'd been clean a couple years, and actually had money. Dude, it was starting to like heat up, and it had gone from $1,000 to like $8,000. And I said, I have to fucking, look into this. So I got my first Coinbase account, and I bought like my first like half a Bitcoin. And like me being an addict and like just like my tendencies, I was like, all right, this Bitcoin's cool, but like I want more, So I fucking bought Litecoin, and I started learning about Litecoin a little bit. And I was just such a noob. And then I found fucking Binance, right? So like Binance, it was crazy. It was like it was in China. And you'd send your Bitcoin there, and you could trade these little shit coins. And I would do that's when I first I got my Reddit account, I got my Twitter account, and like I would just follow everything John McAfee would say, and it was crazy because back then in the first mania, this dude would tweet about one coin and it would do like 120%.
Rest in peace to a king.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I remember like watching his documentary. So like, and then like I got my ex. I don't work for him anymore, but like my boy, my good friend. Like we were in it together, and so kind of what happened, bro. In 2000, it was like December, and I bought a bunch of this coin called Verge. I don't know if y'all were around back then, but like Verge was supposed to be like the next thing. And dude, it did like a 20x, and I had like $70,000, and I was like in euphoria, and it was going to $1 million. You know what I mean? And dude, I remember like I had the Blockfolio, and I'd be refreshing it, and bro, I'd refresh it, it'd be up $10,000,
dude.
Yeah, dude, the Blockfolio. So like, telling my wife, like, rich and all this shit, and then dude, within like
lost it all
3 weeks, I remember like it went down to like 40 grand. And it went to like 30 grand. I was like, oh, it's going to bounce back. And then, dude, I remember just refreshing that Blockfolio, and that thing was like 2 or 3. Like I lost money. I lost.
What's crazy is I was in Ripple for that same thing from like 20 cents to $4. And like I thought I was a king. And as Kanye says, just when I had everything, I lost it all. And guess what? Dude. I just did it again.
So like, I remember I put crypto. So dude, this is the thing. This is the honest truth. I have refreshed either Coinbase or Blockfolio 6 to 7 times a day since 2017. Jeez. Like no matter, like dude, it's just like it's
like habit.
It's habit. Like I'm always checking prices.
Cross addiction.
Yeah, it became my like new addiction for real. And so what ended up happening is I got like, I don't even want to say depressed. You know what I mean? Like I lost some money, but it wasn't anything crazy. So I'm putting 5 more grand. Cardano hit 3 cents. So I'm putting 5 more G's into this. If anything bounces back, it's going to be a top 10 coin. Like Ripple was at like 10 cents. I just said Cardano's 3 cents. I didn't believe in it. I started studying Charles Hoskinson a little bit, and I liked the dream he was trying to sell because back then I believed in it. And I remember, bro, there was like this major crash when 3 cents. I bought it, and then. Dude, it was wild because it was after COVID. I still had, I had my Cardano and a couple. Oh, and I got rugged a bunch in between that storyline. Like, bro, I bought this shit, Oyster Pearl, Bitcoin Private. Like, there was all these rugs, bro. Like, lost lots of money.
Sure.
And, shit going to zero. And I just remember, bro, Bitcoin during COVID. It like when everyone's freaking out. So I jumped into stocks actually because my whole thing was I was like, bro, crypto's just too speculative. So like I bought a bunch of Norwegian stock when it went to like $6. I mean like a lot. Like I put in
the cruise.
The cruise
air.
Oh,
yeah.
The fucking cruise
ship.
It hit like $6.
Definitely the cruise ship.
It went from $60 to $6 in like in like 3 days. And I said, I'm applying crypto to this. I don't care. Like Norwegian's not going bankrupt. So I put in like. I don't know, I put a lot of money in, like half my life savings, and I was still in crypto, dude. And like, bro, the Norwegian like bounced back, like it did like a 5x, and then I was watching crypto, and dude, like out of nowhere, my account started kind of like Bitcoin went to like 10 grand. And then like Cardano went to like, I don't know at the time, like 15, 20 cents. And then, so I was like, bro, let me jump back into crypto. What have I been doing? So I started studying, and like at the time, what it was DeFi. So like DeFi was actually, in my opinion, kind of what brought on the next bull run. Everyone was talking about Aave, Uniswap, and people were using Ethereum now. Like, bro, when I was using Ethereum, it was on like IDX. It was the worst experience you ever dealt with. Like, to swap a coin was super expensive and terrible.
Still pretty bad.
Yeah, but like Uniswap, you know what I mean? Like, even though the gas fees were crazy. So I was all on ETH, and I was into DeFi, bro. And then I actually did very well. I sold all that Cardano, put it into ETH, jumped in stuff. I had a couple influencers I really liked, and I followed their plays. I bought Rook. Shout out to Crypto Messiah. And then, dude, like, so what happened is all those dudes jumped into AVAX. I don't know if y'all remember this, but AVAX was like the next. So there was half. It was half Solana, half AVAX. And AVAX was for the DeFi guys. And the reason people were jumping into Solana was because of Cope. I remember it was like Cope at the time. And then it was NFTs. And it was like Solana monkey business. And then really the big one that I think caught a lot of people's eyes was the Degenerate Apes.
Yeah.
Now, so before this, I had another good friend from Austin, where I'm from, who was into crypto like I was. And we both just gotten rugged, fucking around on DeFi. You know, like back then, like DeFi was, you know, you could farm and get like, you know, 2,000% APR, which is hilarious because it's just so not sustainable. But if you lasted for a week, you'd make a little change, you'd jump out. So I got rugged for like 50 G's. I was super depressed. I was going to just hang it up. I was going to cash out. But I was still way up, bro. Like, my Cardano bag like really put me up. So he texts me and he goes, dude, he goes, I know how we're getting our money back. And I was like, how? He goes, buy these Bored Apes. And I was like,
you faded it, didn't you?
So bad. I was like, dude, what is this? Because, bro, I remember NFTs at the time. It was like hash masks, and you would mint them. And I remember crypto kitties from back in the day. And I was just like, I always go with my gut. My gut was telling me these are pictures, and you know, I don't think there's any. Because the thing is, I've never done them. I never minted, never did anything. Just looking on the outside. And dude, Bored Apes were 0.6 Ethereum, dude. And I still look at the message to this day. And
frame that
so
shit. And Ethereum must have been like $800 or something too, like around when they minted.
It's not that long ago.
No, bro. I think it was
a year and a half.
Ethereum, because we had like we had too many bull runs, bro. So like, remember, like Bitcoin kind of went towards 64 grand the first time, and I want to say when Bored Apes came out, we may have been around 30 G's. I want to say Ethereum may have been like 2 G's, bro. Maybe, I don't know. So, bro, he was like sending me these gold apes, you know, fucking cheetah skins with the rainbow teeth, and I was just like, I'm not buying these. And he was like, bro, he's like, you have to do this. He was like explaining how to snipe, and I was just like, no, dude. So when I jumped over to AVAX, they had their own apes. It was called the AVAX apes, and it was the first mint, and fees were really low. And my whole thing was, I just was done with DeFi. Like, there's a website. It's called whatthefuck.eth or something. And I'd spent like 20 grand in Ethereum fees. And I was just like, I'm fucking done with these fees. So when I went to AVAX, it was super cheap. And I minted my first mint. And it clicked. And I was like, yo, this is like shit coins with
nice
pictures to it. And then the community rallying. And dude, the AVAX apes minted at like 2 AVAX back when AVAX was like $40. And bro, they actually flew. They flew to like 20 AVAX. And like, dude, I was sitting pretty. I had legendaries and all this stuff. So that's where I got my first taste. But at the time, the real fucking money was sitting over in Solana. And Degenerate Apes had already minted. So when I came to Solana, my first mint was Crypto Caveman, which I still hold to this day.
Yeah, nice.
And but it was crazy, bro. Because I was like in the Discord, and like, dude, I remember I was minting, and this fucking thing popped up, and it looked like the caveman, and I clicked it, and I remember I was like, bro, and this is back when Solana was like 250, bro. I remember I was like, bro, I tried to mint, and I was like messaging the mod, and my thing is, bro, like, Now, I don't have a tech background, but dude, I've been building PCs since I was 14 years old. Like, I'm a tech, at heart, I'm a gamer, I'm a fucking nerd. Yeah. And I understand how to use this stuff. Like, part of my job for the career I do have is helping, building the platform in Salesforce and Google Ads. You know what I mean? So it's not tech per se, but it is. Yeah. So, like, I was using Solana, and I was like, how am I missing 4 Solana? Because it was one of those little rug messages where they like empty your wallet and shit.
Drainer for 4 Sol.
I got caught with one of those for the first NFTs I ever minted too, because you go into Discord, you've never used Discord before, right?
Yeah.
And you go in, and then you join this, you join the group or whatever, you join the channel that is minting, and then 2 seconds later you get a message that looks official as fuck that says
so official.
Come mint, and you're like, okay, this is what one does, and you just get annihilated.
Wow. So like I minted, I remember I got like a rare caveman, and I was like, bro, like back then in my head I was like, oh, these are 3D, they look dope, they're gonna go to the moon. Now I still hold the caveman, but that's a whole separate story. But like they might go somewhere, who the fuck knows? They're not a rug at least. So like I minted those, bro, and then dude, I just, Solana to me was more advanced. So like if you look at Ethereum, don't get me wrong, Ethereum projects typically are better quality. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. They also had the blueprint. What are those, the doodles? Bro, like the doodles are clean. Like that's a clean ass project. You know what I mean? So
There's
I got
a lot of shit on Ethereum, but
there's a lot, and I'm not going to waste the fees on it. So, like, bro, but this is back when Candy Machine was the shit, and, like, people would... So, dude, I would follow the influencers. So I started following, I don't think Big Brain ever really shilled much, but, like, Big Brain, Ice Knife, there was Buckets, I was starting to join the ecosystem, and I would always follow an SMB. Knox, I really liked... Oh, it Function, bro. So, like, I didn't know who Function was. I just knew he had a Bored Ape and that he had jumped on Solana. I bought a Trippin' Bunny at the top. Like 20 Solana, but I actually still like the art. I still like it. Yeah. And dude, I was just following shit. And bro, to this day, I remember when I saw, so DeGods was on the list. All right. And, sorry, I saw you swat that fly. So DeGods, that motherfucker's dead. So, DeGods popped up. And part of what I did to study, there was a guy, what's his name? Trader Cause, he always said, check out the website because the website tells you how much effort was put into the project. Now, that was actually at the same time I had, what was the name of that? The magic tickets, the fucking super rug. The super rug.
Neonexus.
With Jack. Neonexus. Yeah. Neonexus had a sick website. But, in hindsight, whatever. So DeGods had a dope. So my whole thing was when I saw the DeGods, bro, I fucking loved the art. I loved the traits. And I loved the vibe. It was all in the vibe. Because, and if you remember reading what their promise was, they were like, we don't know. It was the Paperham bitch tax first. Sick branding.
It said, we're not economists, so this might not work. But
yeah.
And then they were like, whatever we fucking do, we're not doing a 3D game no one's going to fucking play. But whatever we fucking do is going to be badass. And it's going to be cooler than your shit or something along those lines. And I vibed with that. I was like, yo.
Oh, yeah.
Like these guys are here to like do something innovative. And there was a lot of hype behind DeGods and then being in the channel and Frank's like, I thought Frank was like this Cali dude, like, 30 tech startup guy. He just had that vibe of like, I didn't know he was like a young man.
You're not far off though. Like mentally 30, probably Cali dude, startup guy.
The way he typed, and he was real fucking on it, dude. And I remember their team just being on it. And there was like at the time 25, 30,000 people in there for mint. I was at work and I got my coworker to try to mint with me. And I can't quite remember if it was how Candy Machine, like it's like a lotto. I don't think it was like a lotto where you won to be able to mint. I can't remember, but I got 2.
No.
I fucking minted. I minted 2. Somehow,
you can sit there. That mint button, yeah. Bro, that shit was like railing a line of coke, dude.
Dude, it was
heart racing, waiting for the mint thing. That was fire. We need to bring.
And now I gotta say this.
Meta.
Yeah, bro. Where we're at today is just not what it was. It's not.
Ass.
But we needed it. I feel like we need where we're at now to get to where we need to go. So so bro, minted 2, right? Fucking floor went to like, I don't know, 16, 17. And back then, you know, that was a chunk of change because Salon was like $250. Rogue Sharks had been that weekend too. And I missed the Rogue Sharks, but Destiny got me the DeGod. So when you mint something, you start hanging out in the Discord. You start reading about, you know, putting notifications on Twitter and shit. So, bro, so for me, everyone's like, yo, how'd you know the DeGod? Well, first off, I just love the vibe. That's it, straight up. It was the vibe, you know? Mm-hmm. I've ridden waves. I minted a bunch of these fucking, what were those called? The baby apes. I remember like the baby apes ran.
The social
bag held those.
Yeah.
Bag held those. But DeGods, for me, it was the paper hands bitch tax, right? So I remember the DAO wallet filling up. DeGods week, bro. Like, remember like dudes were freestyling.
I would say like to clear this up, like none of us knew we were going to get rich from DeGods. All of us joined DeGods and had fun.
We just enjoyed
and stayed until we got rich.
Yeah.
Well, so this is my thing, and I think this is actually good for if somebody's out there new wondering. So do your own bro. Who fucking researches these things?
I don't even know how to
do your own research. Yeah, dude. I'm sorry. Like I'm a pretty smart guy.
Every time I research, I lose money.
But guys, these are NFTs, all right? So like, what's the research? Like, okay, the whitelist they're gonna promise. Like, there's no research in this game. What you do is you sit around the community and you vibe and you make friends. And then you sit behind that picture on Twitter. And then you have this identity on Web3 or whatever. But that's a real thing. That's the magic in NFTs. It's you know what I mean? Being a part of a community and just fucking riding with your boys. Like all three of you in this. Bro, I remember Chapter would just come on and just spit some gnarly shit. And then like the other day, he was like introducing Frank, and I was just like, "Yo, where have we come? Like, where have we got? Like, Chapter used to do that for fun. Now this dude's like almost like semi got with Ice Cube. I saw Chapter like introduce Ice Cube.
Oh shit, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Like the Reverend, like you know what I mean?
Oh my god.
So I mean, that's because there's two types of investing. I feel like in NFTs, there's the semi-technical, like analytical side to things where it's, you know, what is this project promising? Does the team have the capability to deliver? Blah, 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 this and that. And then there's the fucking Patty method, which is hop on Twitter, say, hey, I'm thinking about aping into insert project here. What's the community like? And they either blow your shit up or they fucking don't.
So, I'll fast forward to kind of like what I've learned now. But back then, bro, so this is what it was. I was hanging out in the Discord. And then, you know, they went up to like $3,000. And then slowly but surely, I was a heavy member of the AVAX Apes. Those are the ones I wanted to win. I had like 70 of them, dude. Yeah. You know, I had ones I paid good fucking money for. My buddy fucking sent me 10 ETH when ETH was $3,000 to buy AVAX Apes. But what I saw what Frank was doing, and I saw what they were doing. And I saw a community falling apart, and I saw Frank picking one up, right? And then, you know, we hit a standstill, and we were on alpha art. You know what I mean? Like alpha art, in my opinion, was the shit. But then I used to hate Magic Eden. I'm just gonna put that out there. I used to hate Magic Eden.
Used to be kind of ass.
Yeah, it was kind of
alpha art's UI was dope.
Yeah, I like the alpha art, bro. So like, I do remember though, you know, checking the floor, all that shit, and maybe buying one or two extra when it dipped. But dude, so like I remember there was all this FUD. Frank's mom got sick or something, and where are the funds? And you made $1 million fucking dollars. And bro, like I felt for the kid. Yeah. With his cum tacos and shit, cum tacos, whatever. So like the cum taco conspiracy. So I remember basically just always being in there and seeing Frank pop out and like listen to the community, but like, guys, I'm sorry, we're gonna revamp this. And I saw something almost like an Eminem type spark where like everyone was hating on him, and he had something to prove. So
he loves that.
Hell yeah.
And I
underdog mentality.
Bro. I love that. And I also saw the man in the arena. Right. And I also saw what I liked about Frank was he was reading books, and he would show what he was reading. And the man in the arena, and these weren't fucking dumb. Like, this kid was smart, and he was reading game theory. So I was like, oh, this dude ain't stopping. He's got really money behind him a little bit. You know what I mean? So like, it's not like he blew the funds. Like, bro, this guy would spend money. And I remember they would do the paper hands bitch tax and the pledge, you know, and they kept word to their promise. So I felt comfortable with them when they dipped and they got listed on Magic Eden and they got rid of the paper hands bitch tax. That's when I swooped in like a vulture. I'll never forget this. I was at Disney World with my wife, and I had a stack of Solana, dude. I was just sniping. That's where I got that mullet iced off this dude who got liquidated for like 11 soul. Like
you were like riding roller coasters, not feeling shit,
dude.
But you sniped that ice DeGod, and like you were like on top of the fucking world.
That's all I was thinking about. And so this is what actually happened is I would find people on Alpha Art and they'd have a username. I would track them down on Twitter and DM them and then lowball them and say, hey, look, you're going to get paper hand bitch tax. Let's just work out a deal. And dude, it worked every time. So I accumulated 11 DeGods. And they were like my profile had to be this. They had to be clean or low rank or both, you know? I had a couple that I bought strictly because they were just floored. Like I got like a Russian hat, I think at one point for like 4.5 soul. Nice. You know, a couple of them that was just like, someone floored this, like fucking buy it. So, you know, I accumulated, dude. And the one thing I can say too is I never had any Twitter following. I've had Twitter for like 4 years. I couldn't get more than like 100 followers. When I had a DeGod, I got like, I don't know, 200 or 300. And then that was really cool too. So, you know, fast forward, bro. I got my boss. So I remember, my boss, you know, he makes good money. And I got him in on the DeGods. I got my other boy who owns a treatment center in on the DeGods. And bro, these guys, between the both of them, probably dropped about 100 G's on DeGods when the floor was fucking like 4 or 5.
Oh, you're a fucking
You're
savior.
the new pusher, but it's DeGods.
So what happened is, and I'm not bullshitting you guys. So everyone was like, yo, whales are coming in from ETH and scooping DeGods. And it wasn't. It was like, my boy actually just listed all those.
It's my homies.
He just listed all the GOAT. You see all the GOAT jerseys that popped up? On Magic.
Oh,
is it 666?
It's a Charizard.
Charizard, yeah. Charizard's, yeah. So Charizard's my boy. He's my old boss. So like,
shout out to Charizard.
Yeah, dude. So like he fucking. Anyways, that kind of started sparking interest. I don't know if y'all remember, but people were like, yo, there's a whale buying DeGods. And
I remember.
They announced DeGods, right? And my bags were packed. What I should have really done is start to keep buying. But I remember the floor went from like 10 to like 20.
Yeah.
And in my head, I was like, oh, these were 4. They're at 20. It's just out of my buy zone now. That's how I do it. Everything I always do in crypto, stocks, whatever, I buy low. Like I buy when shit. It's the Warren Buffett method. It's like
you fucking think.
People are fearful, be greedy. But that only applies to good projects. You know what I mean? So like just because something's going to 0 or low doesn't mean it's a good fucking project. But I knew DeGods were it. So yeah, bro. So like, you know, honestly, out of all of my NFT journey, I think DeGods are the only one and the only one I needed. You know, I bought lots of stuff out there. I can't even name all the fucking names. Like I said, the baby apes didn't do so well. Had to sell them off. Bro, the belugies. Remember the fucking belugies?
Oh,
like,
God, because
the 12-year-old
kid
the little girl.
I thought those were the next thing. I mean, bro.
Yeah.
So like, I've lost.
Oh, I thought it was a cool project.
Yeah,
no,
they pumped because they got on the fucking news. Right.
Shout out to Belugies.
Yeah.
I remember I went on Twitter and was like, yo, Belugies rugged me. And like, bro, all these people attacked me. They're like, dude, that's they were like,
I bet.
They were like, dude, that's charity. That was a young girl's charity. And I was like, yo, fuck that. Where's the moon? You know?
Show me the fucking money, though.
Yeah, dude, what charity? Bro, so like, yo, this is the best part. So the best part, I think, especially with you 4 guys here, is the fucking vengeance of the DeGods, because we were shit on. Bro, I remember one time I had like 40 of them turtles, they were the turtle community, and I love all the Islamic ecosystem, but them motherfuckers like started banging on me on Twitter, like, you fucking loser DeGod, where's your what was it, the exchange we were supposed to have? Or no, the marketplace we were supposed to have? You know, I would get so much shit, bro, and I was like, yo, DeGods are gonna be special. So like when we started really turning around, and people started taking notice. Yeah, bro, I started getting more Twitter followers and shit. But bro, it was only about us. Kind of like, yo, let's rally, let's get hype. I would fucking troll Frank. You know, I would just be on there, and then like I think Frank started to notice like how loud I was, and like, you know, I'd make my little smart aleck post. But like, bro, I remember like the first time Frank messaged me, like, yo, he's a weird dude, not weird in a good way. He was just like, I love you, bro. I've never talked to a guy like, I love you, bro. And I think it's because he saw like I was a huge supporter. Yeah. And I remember hearing Frank on his first spaces, you know, and I was like, holy shit, this guy's young. And then I was like, damn, I don't even know what to think about that. He's young, fuck.
Yeah.
And then being on the spaces with him and joining, and bro, just talking about DeGods and getting so gassed up, and it like kind of brought my inner, I don't know, like that spirit of feeling alive. And you know, the journey has been super crazy, bro. Listen, so when we like hit, you know, 200s, 300s, I had someone offer me 1,300 Soul, and Soul was like $110
for
that ice
boy?
god.
Yeah.
And I said, no, man. I said, this is $1 million NFT. And I still believe that. I really do.
One day.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I really do. I do. And then, you know, accumulating dust, bro. So bro, this is what happened, bro. I made some money off stocks. I made like multiple six figures off stocks.
Recently or in general?
No, so here.
No, I was gonna say.
My account, this is like 6 months ago. I was fucking doing great. DeGods were shit. And I was like, yep, stocks are the safe way to go. So what ended up happening is my stocks started going to I lost multiple six figures in stocks. But at one point, the DeGods outweighed that. Like, what was our floor? 35 grand? Close to that at one point?
Yeah.
So,
I don't even remember, yeah.
That was like the top.
I can't sell my DeGods because this is the thing. I feel like we have the cow, right? We have the cow now. It's producing milk.
Yep.
Why would we slaughter the cow?
Big
Let's
milk
just live
guy.
off the milk.
Yep.
Yeah, I love milk.
Unless it's to buy more cows. That's the only reason I would.
True.
More cows, more milk.
The Shago method.
So this is my thing is, bro, I deaded all my DeGods right away. I wanted to stack that dust, bro. So Frank is like so diabolical. I just believe in his tokenomics for dust. I know a lot of people say it's this huge Ponzi. I don't firmly believe that at all. I think it's actually
those people are idiots.
The global economy is a Ponzi.
Everything's a fucking Ponzi, dude.
So so I think it's a Ponzi that rewards the holders. You know what I mean? And I think the way Frank is he loves his fucking holders, you know, because we really have stood by him. I know we've had some, you know, but dude, the majority of you guys, Prince Akeem, all these, you know, the Aussie, have all been there since day one. We really haven't left his side.
Yeah.
And, you know, like at this point, like where we're at today, like, dude, I'm accumulating dust. I'm waiting for duppies. I'm so like,
let's fucking go duppies. I'm hyped.
I'm dumped up.
I'm hyped, but I'm like, yo, what the fuck are these? What the
Did you hear that he said that they were like a Sesame Street vibe the other day on one of his spaces?
Yesterday,
he
said,
yeah.
I did not hear that.
Hyped.
I did not hear that.
It was a couple days ago. He probably said it again today.
Yeah,
I think these are going to be these are going to be the lovable side because DeGods. The thing is, you're not going to have like I don't know
just
the mass
Chads
appeal.
Only.
Well, like dude, there's like a fucking it's a
they're
chat,
frat boys,
like,
dude. They're fucking frat
testosterone.
boys.
Testosterone leaking. I think duppies is what's going to break us to mainstream. But yeah, bro, there's been some crazy shit, man. In the last 3 months, my Twitter account started actually kind of, bro, like we became number one.
Yeah.
You know, no one ever used to listen to me or anything I had to say, bro. Like ever.
Now you got a DeGods PFP, and it's like, oh my god, like it's like having an SMB.
Not just a DeGods.
We are the SMB.
Yeah, we're the new SMB.
So, dude, I was bored as fuck. I'll bring this up because this was really weird, bro. Bored as shit, and that fucking kid Trizzy. I got to bring this up. So that little motherfucker.
Good, because I was gonna bring it up if you didn't.
No, so dude, this was fucking exactly how this happened. I was in a space on a Sunday morning with Choke. You guys know Choke?
Yeah,
of course.
Choke's the man. Fucking love Choke. Dude.
Yeah, I love Choke too. Yeah,
love that guy. So he brought me on his podcast. So actually, I've been hounding JB since this thing started because for some reason I just love DeGods. And if we're doing a DeGods
you've been on the list.
So I've been. No. I saw like you want, you know, you guys were talking about the blue chip. Look, and I was just like, bro, I'm getting my shot one day. So I'm super gassed to be here. But Choke invited me. And I brought my other friend on. It was a Sunday morning. We did a podcast, and then fucking Frank just shows up, dude. And
like, Choke the Sky space.
But hear me out. There was like 4 people there.
Yeah,
like 4 of us just talking.
Yep.
You know, vibing, and then Frank shows up, and then dude, there was like 150, 200 people all of a sudden. Bro, we were going off, and it was like magical. And part of that in the podcast. Because this little fucking kid Trizzy kept popping up on our feeds. Yeah. And I made this comment and I said, yo. And I was like, yo, in the community is so crazy. We got guys who are just fans. They don't even fucking have a DeGod, but they just. And then I was like, shout out to Trizzy. And like Frank was like, oh my God, Trizzy. He's like, one day Trizzy will have a DeGod, you know? We're just joking around.
Yeah.
And then so I started liking the kid, and like I remember, you know, him being, and like, look, it's Web3, so I see like his little, oh, Trizzy gonna make it, and I think he's this like sweet, innocent little
He
kid.
tweeted like a fucking 15-year-old.
He did.
Yeah.
He definitely fucking did, and he hung out in the Mortals chat. So like,
for sure.
So like, it wasn't like, I don't know. To this day, it's still fucking weird. I think he's just, you know, anyways.
He's
So,
either
I still think he's 15 and he just
I think he's
came
15.
up.
No,
he's
I
either
think
a
he's 15.
psychotic
Came up.
45-year-old or he's
No, he
actually
ain't.
15.
Listen, he ain't no 45-year-old, bro. The dox was the dox because he doxed for other DAOs actually with like his fucking driver's license or some shit or like ID.
And it said Trizzy
But-
Trades on it.
Yeah, his government name.
Allegedly.
So, but what happened is this kid out of nowhere, right? So I said, yo, DeGods, you know, there's like 4,000 of us. We get fucking 30 dust a day. At the time, it was like $60. I said, what if we all threw in some dust and got this kid a DeGod? I thought it just clicked. It just said
It was simple. It was easy.
It was simple and it was free.
It made
and
sense
was
because
like
he was a rider,
and it was-
bro. Like Trizzy was
and it was
grinding
fun,
on Twitter.
yeah.
He was grinding in
bro.
Discord. Like
I
we
was
all were
seeing-
on. Like I was calling it hashtag Degen to DeGod, and that was my like, campaign for Trizzy.
So like we would always talk, me and him, you know, and he'd be like, yo, what's the next? Like, he's like, I got 4 soul. Like, how do I make it 8? And I'd be like, dude, you know, like, I can't tell you. Like, honestly, don't know. And so, bro, I was just like, all right, let's see. And then, like, some of the homies in the Radio Alpha DAO, fucking Function, me and Function got to be good friends through DeGods. He retweeted it. And, dude, it just kind of took off like wildfire. And I thought, actually, after I did it, I was like, this is like some Channel 6 shit. You know, like, this is really cool. Like,
Yeah.
like a community, because this is like $20,000-$30,000 PFP, you know? But that didn't really ring into me that we were giving this kid
a
a bag of
15-year-old
fucking money, a
20 grand.
It was, the thought and the purity was so overpowering that the reality didn't really kick
because
in.
it's
He might
still
have even
like
meant it. He probably meant it at first.
yeah, it's
until
still
you
that
had
magic
that.
internet money thing too, right? Especially when you're asking
It is magic internet money.
DeGods who get dust for free that is worth like
Right.
a fair chunk at the time. It's like, yeah, I threw the kid like it was not much. It was like 6.9 dust and like 6.9 soul or something.
for
You know what I mean?
For the culture.
Right, yeah. But it's like it's literally just free fucking it's fun money. It's fun coupons, bro. So it didn't
Listen.
register that we were giving a 15-year-old
I
20
threw
Fun
grand.
coupons, yep.
Listen, man, I threw in 100 dust. People were messaging me. And then there was the doubters and the haters, and rightfully so, I guess, you know. But like in my heart, I fully believed this kid was going to hold this PFP, make connections, and go to college off of it. You know, like that was my plan.
He might go to college off of it.
Yeah, he might.
We'll
You
see.
know,
You might go to jail off of it.
Yeah,
No,
he
come on,
might.
guys.
He might.
Hey, yo, you gave me
Listen,
you gave me 20 grand at 15. I'm going to juvie.
That's true. We don't.
I feel that.
He may have bought half a bird. All right, so like,
So that's what I was thinking. Hey, facts.
Trizzy might be out there in the streets for real. All right, so like, yeah, so bro, it took off, and then, dude. So what I did notice is, I remember like being so happy, bro. The community came. Someone secured a DeGod for like $220 over the counter,
Yeah.
and held it until we had, bro. Things were like really cool, man. And that's nothing. No one can take away from us, but we came together as a community really quickly.
Yeah.
And we did something fantastic, you know?
We just did it
And,
for the
that
wrong
was-
person.
Yeah, yeah. And so
That's what
anyways,
happens.
what got weird is, bro, my account got suspended, right? I made this Joe Dirt comment. I don't know if you remember in the movie Joe Dirt, the dude from like New York. He was always threatening people, and he was like, yo, you're talking to my friend all wrong. You're using the wrong tone. You do that again, I'm going to stab you in the eye with a soldering iron. So I quoted that joking, and someone fucking reported me like for internet violence. So I got my
Fucking
account
snitch.
blocked. Yeah, but I got my account blocked. So I had to like recreate an account. And yo, Twitter, it's not fucking easy, bro. They like figure out you're recreating your account and then suspend
They
that
banned
one.
you again. Yeah.
Dude, I got banned like 7 times, and I finally got a workaround. And then at the time, I saw like Trizzy was like, I don't know, bro. He's like, I'm the #1 DeGods influencer, and it kind of went to his head. And I was like,
Oh my
oh, this
god,
is
it got
cute, whatever.
so cringe so quick.
But
dude.
then I was kind of like, yo, what's wrong with you, bro? And I started messaging, bro, calm the fuck down. You know, like it's good that like you're, but like, you know, just bro, like be humble. And then the worst part was when that motherfucker doxed, because we were already so far in it. And I remember him doxing and be like, yo, this kid's got a mustache. He is not cute. He looks like
It would have been better if it was a cute kid.
he was not, bro. I was thinking it's like little, like, you know, sweet innocent
An adult.
freckles and shit.
Adult,
But the dude
yeah.
look grown. Now, I will say, I do know he's 15 though, because he would message me pictures of him in class, like in high school with other kids. So like, and it was him. You know what I mean? So like, but anyways, bro, you just gotta look. And then, dude, I just remember the night I was chilling, vibing, and I see, yo, Trizzy, was this you? And that motherfucking DeGod was put up for sale on Magic Eden.
Yeah.
And he was already out of the
way.
He was already canceled his Twitter account. He was out of the
Twitter. And
Florida's whole Web3 life.
Bless your heart, Patty.
So this is actually really funny. So actually, the other part too that people forget is he was in the DDAO, and he's like, guys, my Chromebook won't work with my Ledger. I need he didn't say that.
Dude.
And this is his whole thing. He was always never asking for a handout. But motherfucking the
We're
community,
just generous
would give it to him.
motherfuckers, dude. Damn,
we gave him a MacBook, bro. I don't even have a new MacBook. You know what I mean?
Oh, so he did get the MacBook.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a
Oh,
MacBook
shit, I didn't
Air.
know he got
It was
the
a
MacBook
MacBook Air.
too.
It was $1,000. Who cares?
Oh, it was only $1,000.
Don't tell all the other
Okay.
15-years that.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna say,
look, so then,
so it's like I do stack and I make that in like a day, bro. Like,
so after
Not
that,
anymore,
we got
big
them.
dog.
not anymore.
This is my thing though. So this is where what happened is a lot of people messaged me and they're like, "Bro, are you okay? What you did was like noble." I'm like, "Bro, I don't give a fuck. This kid sold his fucking NFT. Like he's an
No
idiot."
skin off my
You know what I
back.
mean?
Yeah, for real. He's
Yeah.
gonna end up losing. Like long run, I still believe that he's gonna end up losing quite a bit.
So like my thing is, I think people, especially through Web3, because I guess they can hear me talk on a podcast, but like I don't give a fuck. Like, bro, this is fun for me. You know what I mean? And It's making me a little bit of money.
It's
Agreed.
all
But like,
fun.
dude, this is
It's
fun.
fun.
Like I vibe with like guys like you know, like we're just here living our best life. You know, we caught a nice wave. But like, dude, what we did for this kid, like I'm not fucking set. Like I have a life. You know what I mean? Like I don't
Word.
give a shit
I'm not
about this
That's
kid.
a bar.
Yeah.
That's a bar.
So it got
Let's fucking
annoying.
go.
So it really just got annoying, and I started tweeting
Yeah.
it. But I think the whole Trizzy thing brought my account like kind of high, and then like, bro, I had all these fucking kids asking me like,
Oh, I bet your DMs were a
Bro.
mess.
there was like
And at
15-year-old
that point,
kids. I
they
was
weren't
like, yo,
kids anymore either.
Oh no.
no, dude, and I'm just like, it should have been me, not Trizzy. Bro, I had some of my in real life friends. Like we have an alpha chat in real life with like, my boys. And they're like, bro, why didn't you get us a DeGod?
Respect for
Oh my
not saying
God.
IRL too. That's some gang shit right
Yeah.
there.
You're like
Oh,
fucking like
IRL?
Santa Claus.
No,
you
it's a
can't-
respect
like,
for
please,
not
Patty.
saying that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's I mean, that's how I felt for a little bit with the shoey thing, because I was just chucking out dust via Hey Wallet on Twitter, and it was literally like somebody would like pour a sip of water in their shoe and take it, and then when I didn't send them dust, they'd be like, they would DM me like, "Yo, where's my dust?" I was
Win
like,
dust.
"What the fuck, bro?"
Yep.
Like,
This shit, yo,
correct
so
or don't
JB.
come at all. This ain't a fucking charity, dude. I mean,
So,
it is, but
dude. So this is what's funny. Hold on. So I'll touch on that in a second. From my Twitter account has grown, and I'm actually having fun with it now. But that little motherfucker kept popping up on alt accounts, and the best was the thing he said is, "I love all you DeGods, whatever, but yo, fuck JB." Just like real blatant,
dude.
I was like, JB's like, don't come at my boys.
I've never heard
And
that
then
in my life. And I'm
And I was
like,
like-
I could be a dickhead, and I've still never heard somebody in my life, besides my wife, say that.
Well, I've caught you, yo. I remember one time I caught JB on a nice toasty Saturday night, a little bit hard on the liquor, and you were roasting. I don't know if it was Degenerate Apes, and you are an ape, I believe, or something, bro. Like you were going off on the handle. So like I have seen
it was
you get, like,
it was Jordy the night that he decided to call out Frank for not giving him a free DeGod because
You
he
were
was
going
walking
in.
He
off
came
his
in
line.
line. He came in line though.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
dude, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
Like I can
Shout out to
fucking
Jordy.
like I can make myself your worst enemy. Like when
I
I
love it.
come to
I
talk
love that.
shit, like I'm coming for the throat and I give absolutely zero fucks. But I never did any of that. You have to earn
I
that.
best.
You have to earn
So
that
I
from JB.
I think JB likes me. He said some mean shit, bro.
That's how you know
I
I
love
love
you.
Some mean shit.
Yeah, JB was popping up all over my Twitter, yo. Like if anybody like remotely sounded like they're asking for charity, you would like tag me and be like, "Yo, Patty got you." Yo, but the best part was he popped back up on his Twitter, like, "Oh, I apologize," or he did some And JB just goes right in there, and you're like, "Whatever, bitch, boy." It was just the funniest
fuck
thing
you,
I've ever
bro.
seen.
Like, don't listen. You don't come in somebody else's DMs and say, "But fuck JB, I hate that guy with my heart."
It was crazy.
And then like come at me on Twitter and be like, "Yo, my bad, I apologize." Like, I don't fucking care, dude.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, that was nuts. That was when I was like, all right, this kid, like that is the point where I was like, maybe he is like actually a psychotic 40-year-old, because like where the fuck did that even come from, bro? Oh my god.
So bro, so like where I'm kind of at like right now in present moment, like the Trizzy thing, bro, it was unfortunate, but like I don't give a shit. And then so like, dude, I think what kind of happened is my account, and doing a couple spaces, it had, and just being a DeGod, bro. I mean, we have respect in the game now, everyone. So it's like blown up a little bit, but like it's gotten fucking. So what happened is, I've always been a degenerate, dude, and I love these little degen mints.
Yeah, you do.
And I did this with the Bohemians, right? So the Bohemians were like at 6. I was like, "Yo, how's the Bohemian community?" And bro, they were fucking whoop in it. So I bought 3 Bohemians, dude. You know what I mean? And they've done all right. But bro, I buy a lot of dog shit.
I mean, I can name some, because I for a time was, okay, if I see Patty tweeting about this shit nonstop on my timeline, I'm gonna buy one. And it worked. It worked for Cats on Crack at 5 Soul, and it worked for Ghost Kid DAO at 2 Soul.
So let me tell you so Tyos, I bought Tyos at 5, flipped them at 10. I bought Cats.
I buy Tyos now.
I just bought a Tayo. I fuck with the Tyos, but
the shit that Tom said recently about like graphite,
he's on the level.
I might have to buy a Tayo.
So I bought one of them. But
graphite, what?
Hold on.
Okay,
I'll show it to you later.
Okay,
let me explain this real quick, because I don't even know how much time we got time.
We got time.
So like so recently with this degen shit. So like bro, but Cats, I bought 3 of them at like 7, sold them at 14. You know what I mean? Because you know how the wave is.
Sure.
So like sometimes it works out for a little profit, whatever. But I like to litmus test the community. Yo, should I buy this? And like, dude, it's totally backfired. Like I bought a shit ton of those fucking mouses, whatever, mouse in the house. Bro.
Oh
like,
yeah,
I could
remember
tell
somebody in my mentions.
That was one of them
NFTs
though, where I bought it, and immediately my first thought was like, I need to get rid of this now. And I think I ended up selling it for like a little bit of a loss. You can tell when it's a bad one.
That's what I did with primates today. I bought it and I was like, Jesus Christ, these are terrible.
Don't tell me that. I bought one while we've been recording.
Well, it's probably down. I minted it and it went to like, anyways. So cool. The whole thing is, bro, what happened with these ghost kids is I did the same thing. Yo, what's the ghost? Bro, the ghost kids showed up. Now, this is a fact. The fucking creator, their Twitter account messaged me, because I do get weird messages from people all the fucking time.
Yep.
Mint my stuff. And it was just this random dude. He didn't ask me to mint. He just said, boo. And I was like, oh, scary, you know? I was like, what is this? This is fucking weird. It was the ghost kids. Mint was 0.15, and I didn't mint it. And then, dude, I start seeing them popping up everywhere. These fucking ghost kids. So I just tag them. It was like 1.5 soul. Should I buy ghost kids? They were like, dude, I've never seen a community show up like that since Cats on Crack.
Yeah.
I said, okay, I'm aping in. Bought like 14, dude. And then the cool thing is about how we are now as DeGods, and I don't even want to call it responsibility. Bro, this is all Web3. This is degenerate shit. If I fucking buy something, don't take it as any type of financial advice, but we do have a power to where other DeGods say, yo, let's jump in this. And then if DeGods are buying it now, all of a sudden, it can pump. So ghost kids, bro, that's what happened. The DeGods started buying in. To be honest with you, ghost kids are actually dope, but this whole thing is psychological. What looks like dog shit when it's nothing, start looking dope when it's kind of, rising.
Yep.
So what happened with the ghost kids, bro, is fucking Frank from afar. So they made me my first 101. All right? They made me a fucking 101.
The Patty Ice 101 gas.
Frank saw it and said, all right, if a community recognizes Patty for the Chad he is, whatever. And, Frank's just a good dude, but he knows I've been very loyal to DeGods, and I've shilled the piss out of DeGods since day one. Just all So he just saw that, and then he kind of was like me. They're like roaches. When you see like one roach, and all of a sudden you see 2 or 3, you see a whole colony, and they start freaking you the fuck out. That's how the ghost kids were. They just start popping up.
Frank's a degen too. Like Cats on Crack, he did the same thing. Like
He is. So he fucking bought one, and then the floor went crazy. And dude, I'm not gonna lie, I started auctioning them off. You know what I mean? Like I'm selling half. I'm gonna let the rest ride. But now it's gotten to the point to where I remember like the Skellies came out and they were like, 0.5. So what I'll do the same thing. Let's see the community. But like, bro, none of these people are paying me. I have never been paid once for a fucking shill. Sometimes I feel bad for a project. They'll make me like a shitty 101. It's just garbage. I'm like, yo, this is so terrible. I'm like, thanks, guy, and I'll retweet it or whatever.
Right.
But dude, yeah, like with this whole thing, don't get me wrong. Listen, if I could make a living off Web3 and one day help be a part of a real project or do some real legit shit, but I don't have time for that. I have a pregnant wife. I have a 1.5-year-old. The job I have is like it's a director's position. So it's not like, I have time to go fuck around with Web3.
You're shit posting on Twitter all day though.
So at work, I'm always on my phone. I'm always on my phone, right? Yeah. So like my job is my phone. So dude, half my job I'm reading, people's benefits and pre-assessments, and the other half a thought comes to my head and I just shit post it on Twitter,
Same.
But
yo, speaking of that, Patty, what type of phone you got, bro? Like, cause I've been looking into more.
That's
just
right.
iPhone. What kind of iPhone?
Come correct or don't come at all.
You don't have an iPhone chapter?
No, bro.
Hell no, I don't got a fucking iPhone.
It's a problem. It's a big problem. It actually affects our work.
Anything as shit is always dead.
I was about to say we might have to cut this interview a little short, guys.
No, we should fundraise an iPhone for Tucker and Dust.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I'm saying, Patty. Since you're here, that's why I was like, well, like we might as well talk about it.
Let's do it now. Listen, dude, if we all put in 10 dust, all right?
Not anymore.
We create a little. We'll use the old Trizzy fund.
Yeah.
We'll use the old Trizzy fund.
And we know exactly who Chapter is. I mean, we don't, but we know he's not 14. It's fine. We know what we're paying.
You know what sucks too?
No, I'm 15,
with,
bro. I'm 15,
with this
15.
Duppies shit coming up, there are some fucking gangsters in the Duppies community.
Yes.
Big Ed at OG Nigerian Mamba being one of them. Crypto Nick, what's it called when you pay somebody to teach you how to work out? Personal trainer who yugged 33.3 twisted teas. These savages on Twitter that are like cool ass dudes that are doing dope ass shit, and like I want to do nothing more than try to fundraise them like enough to at least mint their duppies, bro. Like I think they need to be in the DeGods community, but like now it's fucking ruined because fucking Trizzy, dude.
But you know what I'm kind of thinking? So I actually went back and I listened to that whole 3 hour or the majority of that 3 hour space right from this morning. And you know what I was thinking? Like, because Frank's talking like, and he's talking about like how we're how essentially Duppies is like a brother, like project, right? Like, and essentially, really the way he was kind of talking, bro, I'm just kind of like, damn, bro, like it's kind of giving me like those vibes of just kind of like, well, I guess I wouldn't say like the pre-sale for DeGods, but it's just kind of like, this project sounds fucking sick. You know what I mean? Like all this, like just the framework, right? But, I was thinking, I was like, dang, bro, like, I wonder if there's going to be a Duppies cast, right? Like if there's going to be a fucking, like, they're going to have a fucking show. There's going to be like fucking, almost like a parallel universe, bro, of like, DeGods.
I fuck with that.
We need because that. It's kind of, I think it's dope because it's kind of like, in our reality, it's like, a lot of the, well, I won't say a lot of, I say everything that has happened, like in, let's say, the space of, or the ecosystem of DeGods, right? It's all a lot of fucking ideas and a lot of ideas actually being like fleshed out, shit happening, and I think like when it comes to Duppies, like what you're talking about is like shit that, they're, fucking Aussie jumped out of fucking, for us, Aussie jumped out of fucking plane, right? During fucking, what was it, DeGods week? Or did he just do that just because, bro? Like,
no,
you know
what I mean?
He's
like, just like kind of mentally challenged just did that. Like I love Aussie. I'm not saying he's dumb. I'm just saying, that dude's just
he's a psycho. He's
just about it. But immortalized, right? Immortalized this dude, like his actions, right? And it's kind of like the things that the dudes for the Duppies dudes, bro, because they're not necessarily, the project's not even fucking out yet, but it's like, like the shit that they're fucking doing, bro, the grinds, like
it's on the same level or probably more than what it was.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome, bro. It's like ultimate respect. But that's what I was thinking, like, I'm very excited to see like just the community. And also like going back to like what I had heard on the thing, the space from this morning, when they were talking about the scholarships and how like, everybody's like applying and shit like that. And they have the, each one of the applications are going to be like, uh, like screened,
Yeah.
right? Individually and shit. So it's essentially like they're finding like super dope ass fucking people, you know what I mean, who are going to be in the fucking community. I don't know.
It's
I think
basically
it's fucking crazy.
hand picking your holders and your community members, and I fucking
It sounds
love that.
fucking.
So
It
It's gonna
sounds
be
cool as
insane,
fuck.
man. We're gonna have like, I mean, it's just,
I'm hyped.
It's wild. Yeah, it's
so this is
amazing.
the thing. You guys know that guy HGE?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made a
Yeah,
really
yeah.
good point. The reason he selected, the Degenerate Apes because they're a 10,000 collection community. The Trash Pandas as well, right?
Yep.
So you can't have a large network effect, and this is even a good example with Tyos. So I fuck with the Tyos, and that's why their brand has to expand because there's only 2,200 roughly, right? With Duppies, there's going to be 15,000, right? And it's already by half degenerate, tried and true diamond hand motherfuckers, right? So we're not selling ours. I'm not. And we're going to have that supply squeeze, and then all these new guys come in. We're going to have a large amount. You're going to start seeing a lot of Duppies PFPs, and you're going to start seeing a huge network effect.
Oh, yeah.
And you're
More
just
PFPs
see,
than any other collection on Soul.
Yeah.
And you're going to see, bro, like this is that. So this is the thing. This is kind of like what the game's been missing. Because I want to state this, what we were talking about earlier, JB, bro, the magic of having slamming the mint button and all that.
Oh, yeah.
And I know Duppies isn't going to bring that back, but it's going to bring back the fucking vibe and that, like, projects are still good. It's just, we're in a bear market. And I truly believe that, like, with what's going on in the state of things, bro, I've been doing launch pads of Magic, like the Great Goats. Shit, I don't want to say names because I'm not like that. I really don't want to throw shade.
Yeah.
But, bro, this ain't what it was, 6 months ago even. Like the OK Bears were the last, like, kind of, Solana fucking, like, ride.
Yeah.
And that's why I've only been buying blue chips right now. I've been straight up going on Coinbase using cash equivalents. I bought a SMB, I bought a Degenerate Ape, and I bought a Tayo because, dude, there ain't nothing out there worth investing. I'm sorry to say that. I don't see anything. I mean, no, there's other good projects. There's other good projects. There's Cats. There's Stone Day. There's lots of stuff out there. But my point
you just want the safe bets.
I know those four aren't going anywhere.
Yep.
I think DAA is a safe bet, but SMB is a little iffy to me.
SMB is
so
a
that's
safe
my thing.
bet if you look into it.
Dude, have you? Okay,
it's not a fun bet or an exciting bet, but it's a safe bet.
It's a huge R&R because
they
honestly,
still have that the conflict, the internal conflict that needs,
which is the perfect time to buy something like that because their DAO is extremely strong with people, bro. Their DAO, it isn't like anything I've seen. Like they're multimillionaires and shit in there. If you go in their DAO, it's fucking crazy. It's on DeGod's level. It's just they're being repressed right now. So once that repression's gone, because it will be gone, the DAO will figure out a way. Bro, they're going to be 1,000 soul floor. DeGods will be 1,000 soul floor. I think Degenerate Apes, definitely. I think Monolith and the community, they got the sauce. They just kind of need to, pull together.
And they're shaking shit up, too. They're getting a new CEO.
They're ready.
And everything.
Yeah, they're ready. So, like, my point is those are the things that excite me. That's what I've matured to learn in this space is don't fight. Like, quit trying to get the next 100X. There will be a 100X coming. Don't get me wrong. They're out there. It's just not – I think Duppies is a guaranteed to me. It's my opinion.
I think a lot of people think that.
I'm going to go
100 soul floor. I'm going to say 100 soul floor.
Going hammer on Duppies.
Yeah, facts.
You're not going to be able to.
So, like, dude –
unless you strong arm somebody's whitelist spot, I don't think you're making it.
Well, I was gonna say, well, let's just put it like this. Okay, so in order to get so Duppy's 100% whitelist, in order to get Duppy's whitelist, then you can either, be in all of these DAOs that are approved, which there's a lot. You can also apply for scholarships, right? And then get
which I don't even know,
Duppies
like
that way.
You could be in all these DAOs. I don't think you can have multiple DAO whitelist spots. I don't think you can have a scholarship and a DAO whitelist spot. We were talking about that a bit today.
You guys, so how does can a DeGod? Because I got homies, I got good friends, man. I'd love to have a Duppy, right?
Yeah,
and they literally are hoarding dust.
Yep.
Can I advocate for a scholarship, or is it just
that is something that's
Patty? I think you're a legend, and I think probably you can.
It's something that's been raised to me today.
Channel.
I would hope that similar to a college scholarship application, there is a field on there that says like, do you have references in the community or something? Because a lot of people have asked me that. Like, they have their dead gods, they have their spots, but they know somebody that they really want to get Duppy's whitelist. And
Bro,
I mean, first of all, I would argue and say, okay, if that person is dope enough on their own, they should be able to get whitelist on their own. But at the same time, like, if you're trying to look out for a homie, I do think that there should be some field on the application or some way where, you know, dead gods holders can vouch for somebody on a scholarship. But I don't know.
But think about it like this, bro. Like, in all reality, like, there's tons of, like, okay, there's 3,000 slots, right? There's 3,000 slots. They aren't full rides, right? But there's 3,000 half scholarships, bro. You can't tell your fucking homie to be like, hey man, like, go in here and put 4 sentences. You know what I mean?
Think
like,
how many, there's 3,000 whitelist spots. We're going to get 10,000 applications.
True.
We're gonna get more than that.
Yeah, it's gonna be disgusting.
Yeah,
I might quit before
it is that. Yeah, I feel that. Okay, but then also, okay, then you could also, like, you know, join one of these DAOs, and then, you know, I don't know how, like, the DAOs, because, okay, this is the way I think about it. So all these, there's this dust pool, right, and it's gonna be live tonight, right? We could see exactly what the allocations and shit are looking like. But it's like, okay, let's say I'm a DAO. I have I don't even fucking know how many spots are being raffled. Is it 1,000 or is it 10,000?
1,000 DAOs.
1,000.
Oh, it's 1,000. Okay, so it's 1,000 spots, right? So it's kind of like, okay, so my DAO, we have 20 spots. It's like, how are these spots being allocated? Like, how would I be able to grind to actually get one? So I feel like that's
the
like
DAO
one
spots.
way.
I
Like,
would imagine you would win, and then the rest of it is not a grind. It's a do something fucking sweet to prove that you deserve to be a part of this community.
well, I'm saying, like, if I am, like, in a DAO,
I hate
like, you know what I mean?
grinds.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's just
be
that
an
would be like
influencer and get
legit,
whitelist
like,
for free.
what they would have to do is
I've
to
never
grind,
done
like,
it
in
once. A grind. I
said
won't do
DAO.
it.
No, I mean, who has time for that?
Nobody, dude.
Me, but I still won't do it.
Yeah, true. Wait, Slate
I fuck
does.
with that. Yo, I fuck with that, Slate. I fuck with.
I think the only thing that I grind, bro, is sometimes, like, some days I'll wake up, bro, and I'll grind, like, the actual God chat, bro, like, and get my level up, bro. I think I'm, like, rank, like, 15
Wait,
or 16.
you actually, like, look at that for your rank, or are you just conversing with people in DAO?
No, I just do it for my rank.
Oh my
I
God.
get talk shit to Batman.
I get depressed when I see my rank
get your
in
ass
DAO.
banned from the fucking. Now that I know you're just grinding God chat, I'm about to get your ass banned for bot behavior.
No, hey, you can't because because I had actually looked because I Diored, right? So I actually looked and Finn, yep. So because I was like, what the fuck is this? We got levels in the Discord, and I seen Finn. He had said like, yeah, like by talking to people, this is how you get your level up or some shit.
Bro.
So hey, please believe I was like, yo, 1v1 Batman, you fucking suck.
Yo,
I'm like top 5. I'm like top 5 in DAO Discord, and when I see that, every time I see that, I think I need to stop talking for a couple weeks.
Dude, I probably have a terrible rank in the Discord.
Because I do not want to be the top 5 talker in the DAO.
Speaking of Batman, dude, I was formulating a master plan.
He's back. He's back.
I know he's fucking back. It's unfortunate.
I love that guy.
So
I love him.
My bad for not putting it in the recap because also in the Twitter space, Batman said
we don't even trust me. He gets saved for the very end of the episode. He's a footnote. But when he was out of the DAO, he was trying to sell his god. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna do one of these launch my NFT degen mints. It's gonna be 333 supply, 0.69 mint, and the entire thing. I even made all the assets for it. Was just pictures of Big Ed doing shoeies with like overlays of him of other cool shit he's done, like the Duppy stickers, Duppy's billboard. And the whole thing was going to be buy this NFT. Literally, the only reason you're buying this is to raise money to get Big Ed because he had like 180 soul to get him to the point where he could buy Batman's DeGod. And we fucking killed 2 birds with 1 stone, bro. And then literally, I went to like put this shit on launch my NFT and it rugged on my work computer. And by the time I got like home to do it, Batman was back in the DAO. And I was like, all right, well, I can't like go and shill this now. And try and
should we have him on? Should we have him on the show?
Fuck no, dude.
You should. No, to be honest,
no.
Yo, that dude is
he's kind of funny. Like, he's kind of funny.
He's funny, but he's unhinged. And to be honest, what I like about Batman, is that motherfucker he tells you how he feels. And a lot of people don't do that these days.
There's a lot of people that tell you how they feel that I would have on before him. I'll put it that way.
All right, but I'm just saying, listen, like in NA, so at Narcotics Anonymous, we have like certain guys, they're like not celebrities. Like,
yeah.
NA wouldn't be the same without them around, and they're super offensive and they're fucking weird, right? But
I think I fall into that category.
Like if that person, no, not at all. You're a Chad, bro. So like okay. yeah. So these guys though, like you wish they were gone or whatever, but when they are gone, you're like, damn, I kind of miss him.
I don't think I would feel that way about Batman. Maybe it's because I don't listen to him on Spaces enough. But while we're talking shit,
Batman being gone, but
yeah,
also, like we're talking shit. What are we doing?
While we're talking shit, Mark Allen Colser, you posted from the OG DeGods roadmap. You just tweeted it where it's like just kidding, we're not doing any of that dumbass shit, blah blah blah. And Mark Colser,
I thought I posted that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
but Mark replied to it and said, "What dis?" So, are you a fucking OG or are you a poser, Mark? While we're talking shit, anyways.
Oh shit!
Right. You know, I'm not gonna hate on Mark. I didn't know what this was.
I could never hate on Mark. He's a sweetheart.
Oh, I bought
Mark's coffee. Bro. I bought Mark's coffee back when, like we were nobody. He had no podcast.
Oh yeah, I bought Mark's coffee too.
Yeah, I think I finished it. But it was weird. Actually, his coffee is like a unique. It's like a very.
I bought a 5-pound bag. I didn't know how much coffee that was.
Yeah, I just remember. Like, I think how did we pay for it? Oh, if you were a DeGod, you got a discount.
Yeah,
that's how much.
Yep.
And I just remember, bro, like that was like, bro, that like those days we'll never be able to like, I don't know, man. That was the magic, bro.
Yeah,
that was the magic.
No, I
feel like we're
Mark's
still in the
goods.
magic though.
Oh, we're done. The magic never
this is the thing, guys, boys. Hold on, hear me out. That's why I haven't sold.
Never-ending story, baby.
That's why I haven't sold DeGod, bro. In the next bull run, all right. Frank is already plotted probably 13 different outcomes. All right, he's gonna
probably more
the real heavy artillery, right? For the true holders, he'll probably have some crazy shit for people that held since men or whatever you could do. But dude, in the next bull run, and I promise you, Salon is gonna go back. Salon's going back to at least 100, maybe 200-300. Who knows what the fuck? But it will go back.
It's gonna be crazy. Yeah,
I'm gonna be rich.
It does. DeGods are gonna have, because we were never bred during a bull run. Do you guys remember when Degenerate Apes hit 250?
Yep.
When Solana was $250?
Yep.
We're going to have some shit like that. We're going to hit 100K minimums, like floor price. I don't have a crystal ball, but I just know what we're made of and what we haven't broken yet. And I swear to God, dude,
Slate's toes are throwing up gang signs.
The thing I know about Frank is he took first place in a gentleman's game, and he ain't losing it, and he's going to, like, dude, like we think, dude, look what he did with no money really behind him. You know what I mean? Just off pure fucking
no
grit.
cosign. Bro,
now we got killer threes coming up. We got a fucking huge wallet of DAO money.
Yo, that's so crazy, bro. I don't know if I said this on the show before, but I remember like all the way back, I think it was the pre-sale, and fucking Bob was fucking Bob was like typing and shit like all in the chat, and Bob like was talking about, I think it's actually, I don't know if it's still Frank's his header on Twitter, but basically like fucking they were uploading like all of this shit right for the mint, and Bob was like oh, he's like 88%, we're all hype in the chat, and then finally it comes to 99%. And then Bob just like fucking like disappears, and everybody's like, "Oh fuck, Bob." I remember when I minted like my PFP, like I was like, "Oh yeah, I got a Bob." You know what I mean? Because it's a fucking clown, right? So so then that's when Frank like I feel like Frank started talking more like in the chat, and I thought like, man, like, oh, this guy, like, oh, he's the fucking scapegoat like for fucking Bob. Like I don't know where the fucking Bob went. You know what I mean? So Frank's
Bob
like coming in like to come in.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, like here's the scapegoat coming in, and that's what I was thinking like this whole time, because it's like Bob like talking and shit, and then like Frank started talking and shit. I was like, oh yeah, Mr. Scapegoat's here, and I thought I'm thinking rug, we're all throwing the clown emojis and shit, right? And it's so crazy to think about all the time that has fucking, or all the shit that's happened since that time, like like just to see and hear fucking Frank's actually his ideas and have them like kind of flesh out. Bro, it's fucking insane, bro. Like going from like that moment when I was sitting there thinking like, oh, who the fuck is this guy? Where's fucking Bob at? You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, yo, like fucking Frank, like is this fucking, fucking genius, bro. I'm like, wow, bro. And even now to this day, bro, I'm always like listening to fucking Frank, like, damn, bro, bars, Frank. Oh shit, bro, bars. He was dropping bars back then. Frank's been dropping bars for fucking years, bro. It feels like NFT years. Shit's fucking
it does
crazy.
Feel like fucking years. Jesus.
Hey, facts. When we talk about all the history and shit, bro, it seems like it's been fucking years.
And
bro.
It's crazy, bro, because he's really come into this role. So like a lot of times, someone young like him that's like successful, especially with money involved, usually it can fuck them up, or it can go to their head, or they just fall off. Like, yo, what I like, why it's wait, you mean he almost fell off?
He almost fell off. Do you remember when DeGods was rugged for a little bit? That's what I was going to say earlier. It's only one part community, but like the most important part is the team, for sure.
Of course.
Like when they were trying to do the Reddit thing and all that?
No, like he was like literally
we were not
like,
in
done.
Discord.
He wasn't doing anything.
And
so Frank wasn't doing anything for a while. He got his like mint money, and the whole team got their mint money, and they were basically done. And Nemesis and AK and whoever else the mods were at that time.
I wouldn't say they were done. I would say what they were trying to do wasn't working, and they weren't doing
anything. They weren't doing anything. They had given up. They had basically given up. And
didn't
Nemesis
give up when you haven't even tried anything yet. I don't know. I was vibing on Twitter with the DeGods PFP the whole time, so I don't know any of this.
Well, so was I, but that's what happened. Doesn't your wife own a DeGod too?
No, it's actually funny. Like my wife, yeah. I mean, like we're married, so she got like, what is it? What's half of 11? Do you guys?
Oh, don't tell my wife that.
5.
So like, bro, she sent me a picture from work. I was fucking around and I got her Twitter account, and like, I was just like, yo, I wonder how many followers I can get you now that I have like, like a following of, whatever.
Yeah.
So like, bro, I got her like 500 followers real fast, and then she kind of got the vibe. She was like, yo, Twitter's kind of crazy. Yeah, so she had a picture of her sipping the coffee out of the DeGods mug.
Yeah.
And said like, have a good day. And bro, it was crazy because she ended up on the front of the DeGoddess like, she's not involved, bro. She doesn't know shit about Twitter.
Let's go.
I got her for the Trash Panda. She thought we were like really cute.
Oh, I loved them. Big Trash Panda guy.
Yeah. Actually, yo, I minted them.
Me too. That was my first 69X. I minted one for 0.1 and I sold it for 6.9.
Bro, but yo, that's a 69X.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's crazy. I'm a big fan of listing at like 6.9 for the culture, and that shit always sells.
It always sells? I've never done that.
Oh, dude, 6.9, 420, or any iteration of like 4.2069, like when you're trying to dump some shit on secondary after a mint, try that. Never fails,
dude. So what's crazy actually with history and stuff, if it weren't for the Trash Pandas and the Degenerate Apes, because they kind of created the Entangler, maybe, if I'm not wrong, I think maybe Pitt did, because he did this little thing. I think
Exiled Apes did actually, but go ahead, I could be wrong.
Okay, so one of their community, but Pitt actually did it with so Holiday Pandas came out, and like you could turn them into elves and shit, and I'm pretty sure that's like the technology that turned DeGods dead.
Something similar, I'm sure, for sure. Something
similar, right?
Yeah, Pitt is a gangster. He's like the candy machine guy. It's redacted Jordan.
People don't understand how fucking slept on the pandas are.
I was gonna say, like, I thought it was redacted, but
I got a bag. I realized today that I had 9 pandas, so I had to buy my 10th. Because I can't have an odd number of shit that I'm holding.
I want to say 7, but then I got, some dope ones.
I also heavily fuck with the art, dude. Like the one I bought today just has a shoe on his head, bro. Which is very JB, and he's just ripping a cig, and he has like a fucking
There's one
chain.
that's snorting coke.
Yeah, I love them. They're awesome.
There's the Coke straw.
I love the art. I love all of the the themes and shit. I got a few Mickeys of the pandas, but yeah. Anyways.
I just got my first Degenerate Ape too, man. I love that.
I love them too, bro. I don't know if it's because like we've been around, you know what I mean? And like to me, like DAA was always one of the OG projects. I do fully believe in it as like, if you're talking brand plays, which is kind of the meta now, my 2 biggest bets on branding in like Solana and Web3 are DeGods and DAA. Those are the ones that I think have the capacity to do it.
I was gonna say DAA has the capacity, but like
they fumbled the bag for a very long time.
6 to 8 months for a long
They
really,
did
can you trust in a team that does do that?
So
this is my thing too, though.
Go ahead, Patty.
There's no face. So look, Monolith is a genius, and he's very well spoken and written.
Yep.
But you'll never see him up on a Spaces.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So like that kind of, in an unfortunate way, has hindered them.
Yes, agreed. And that's something that they have recently.
So when you say face, you mean a voice?
like the fucking Frank. They don't have a Frank, dude.
They don't have a Frank.
And like Mono just started putting out these blogs, which is nice. You get to get a little bit insight on what the fuck is actually happening, because that's been another thing that they are severely lacking in is communication. And recently, like one of the more recent goings on in DAA was that they have hired more team members. They've hired a CEO. They are focused on Mono even says it in the blog. I'm not a fucking CEO. I'm not the face of the company. I'm not that guy.
Right.
And they've gone out and they've found somebody to be that. So, but I think
that's fucking
dude,
amazing.
I get DMs from people.
Should be you, JB. It should be you.
Sure, dude. I look like my ape. I'm a fat fuck.
You are a degenerate.
Topless
You are
most of the time.
True degenerate.
Yeah, but dude, I see like billboards, art. Like I see real life shit that has Degen Apes on it all the time that people like send me in DMs and everything. It's like there's definitely like the capacity is there, the potential is there, but yeah, they need to execute on that, and I would love to see that personally. Geez, boys, now that we're like completely just talking about random projects and shit, and I think my wife is home and that's why my dog is barking. Do we have any last questions? I have one from the community, which I thought was fucking hilarious, and then I'll let you go. Chapter.
Oh shit!
Let's let Chapter rock.
One from the community, because this probably would not get read other than that. It says, if you were to do a shoey, would you immediately floor your DeGods and start doing heroin?
Oh, dude. I mean, yeah, bro. Like I've tried to drink normally. And like, dude, after I'm like 6-7 beers in, I was like, yo, where's the cocaine at? And then I'm going to do a lot of cocaine for like a week. And then eventually I'm going to be like, all right, you need to sleep this off. And I'm going to fucking, the addict in me will never, I'm going to my home group at fucking 8:30 tonight. Like, this is a lifelong goddamn disease. But at the same time, bro, I love it because like I save money now. Like I don't, like my life's like low key. But yeah, dude, the first thing I would do is I'd be smart. I would do my drug run off my dust. I would sell dust every day, get high, and
for
fucking,
sure. That would be the dream.
Yeah.
That's
easy.
easy.
Can you imagine?
Frank would fund my heroin habit. It would be like really bad. I'd be on Twitter.
Dude.
Yeah, I'd be on Twitter, and the people would be like,
but if you were in the midst of your habit, you never would have bought a DeGod though. So.
Bro, in the midst of my habit, I fucking smelled like feet and like literally was homeless. I didn't even know what dude, I had like a Metro PCS Android. Yeah, the only investment I had was like the $16 for the methadone clinic. Yeah, bro. Oh god, my life was terrible. It was terrible. I was like a low bottom drug addict.
Oh my god,
bro! Shout out to Boost Mobile, bro. I fucking
shout out
love
to
those,
you.
bro.
Shout out Boost Mobile,
bro. You guys remember the fucking chirps, bro?
I mean, you got a Nextel chirp on anything, though.
Facts. There you go. Where you at?
Bro, the thing was though, those were in the hood heavy. When I was buying, when I was buying crack and all that, my dealers all had the Boost Mobile chirp.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was gonna say, bro. Like, yeah, I used to have a fucking chirp, bro, for sure, bro. Like, it was the fucking bro.
Bro, you still do have a chirp. You have a fucking Android, so like. Yeah, you haven't changed,
bro.
Come on, bro. Grow up,
bro. Bro, you know, bro. I mean, I feel you guys on like the iPhones and shit, bro. But like, I feel like it's not really like the best phone.
And it is the best phone. Yeah, it is the best phone ever. Yeah, that's
no.
Okay,
hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay, go ahead, Patty. Go ahead.
Androids actually are amazing fucking phones, and they are so much more advanced, dude. They're sick, and they're lighter,
bro,
and they're not as scammy, but. You just are not welcome into society with a fucking Android. That's the problem. And I have to be in society.
I'm a sheep, bro.
Okay, so
guys,
my argument.
Go off.
Okay, my argument is not like, okay, like Android over everything. I'm just saying when it comes down to fucking just good tools, bro. Like
nobody
like if I could have any phone, like if I could have any phone right now. Like, bro, like fucking iPhone, bro. I would want a fucking Sidekick.
Sidekicks were gangster, dude. But even like Tapas, every chance he gets, he's like, "Oh, my phone,
his phone's fire.
Splits in half and it has 2 screens and blah blah blah." And I'm like,
nobody cares.
Okay, but I mean, let's be real. That's kind of sick, but it's not an iPhone, so I really don't give a fuck.
All right, so I've had both phones. I've had 2 Androids and I've had way more iPhones because I gave up on the Android eventually. But it's just
'Cause you wanna
easier to
get
use an
laid.
iPhone. It feels good to use an iPhone. It's easier to use. Like that's basically all it is to me.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, I have an iPad, bro. Like, so it's kind of like,
Bro, you're crossing
no.
the streams? Damn.
bro.
Damn,
well,
son.
No, I need access to,
This is
bro.
the
I want
thing, though,
access
dude.
to like tools, bro. So I want access to both stores, all this shit, bro. Like,
But
I'm
this
not
is the thing.
anti-Apple.
Listen, if you're trying to get pussy wet, right? All right, and you're on a date, and you pull out,
School me, Patty.
pull out a fucking
This is what it
Android,
boils
right?
down to.
Or
Like, hey, girl.
then you put in dude, you ever seen like the AirPod version for Android? This shit is ugly, bro.
It's lame,
Right?
boogers.
So yeah, dude.
I
So
agree.
this is the thing too, right? Like Android's got the use cases and it's great, like it's more advanced, but like, bro, you ain't get laid.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to
Yeah,
get laid.
true. I was gonna
It's
say
facts.
confirm
It's
because
a
Patty
fact.
has kids.
He's
bro,
having
so
an infant child. in,
I
like,
can prove.
3
Yeah.
days, bro.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Patty
Hey, congrats on the
fucks.
sex,
Real
man.
talk confirmed.
Oh, I love you guys.
Jesus. All right, we got.
Speaking of
anything
child
else?
and wife, I kind of got to wrap.
Yeah, we
Oh,
got to wrap.
yeah.
Any closing thoughts?
Yeah, because we know what you're
Slate-
not rapping.
Oh.
Yeah, look at that. Let's
Oh,
go.
fucking
That's that coffee
gorgeous,
talking.
dude.
Stay
All right,
I fuck with Chapter, bro. He's like one of my
Yeah.
favorite.
Hell
DeGod
yeah,
personalities.
man.
He's one of the best.
talk about
for
the
sure.
face of, bro. Oh my god,
Yeah,
love it.
who's not showing his face, but whatever.
Yeah, one day, eventually.
I'm on my front behavior. It's all good. One of these days.
Closing thoughts, boys. Slate Chapter. Questions for Patty. Patty.
Yo, shout out to
Vice
Patty, bro.
versa.
Hey,
DeGods
shout out to
over
Patty.
everything. Hell
So hold on. Just, I need to ask this one question. Hold on, I need to ask this one question. Now that we got Patty in the building, Patty. So for the record, is Trizzy your son?
No, dude. If he was my son, I would fucking have taken that DeGod from
Yeah.
him and put it.
Okay,
in like a
late-term
Hey,
time.
you're
abortion.
grounded. No
Okay.
DeGod for 3 weeks.
Extremely late
Yeah.
term abortion.
Listen, my kid is gonna be thorough and he's gonna hodl his DeGod, bro. Are you
Yeah.
joking?
That's
Okay.
a fact. There is no
All right.
question.
Okay,
of the
is he
genetics
your wife's boyfriend?
there.
Bro, it's so funny because I'll tag her.
Blink
on Twitter.
twice.
She'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? My boyfriend. I'm like, oh, babe, you don't get it. Culture. She's
Yeah.
like, you were such a fucking
You're
nerd.
disgusting.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, she's like, that's not even funny. I'm like, oh yeah, my 7,000 followers.
we
think
like
it's
it.
funny.
Yeah. We think it's
Loser.
hilarious.
How many retweets do you get, babe?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, facts.
You'd
How
be
many
nuts.
likes did you get?
You were nothing until I put a DeGod on your profile.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Hey, shout out to
Hell
Patty's
yeah.
wife.
Shout out to,
Yeah.
to Miss Patty. All right, boys.
Oh,
Yeah, word. Shout out
It's
to
been a
Miss Patty.
pleasure. Appreciate you giving us the time, Patty.
Yeah, guys,
Fucking
we gotta do this.
fantastic having you on. You're
I
not
can't
going
wait
to
to
be
meet
at
you guys in
NYC,
real life,
right?
bro.
That's
Patty, are you coming to New York?
No.
No.
No, I would. Yo,
Oh,
listen,
that's tough.
hands down, I would. But like I said, I just started this new
Yeah.
job, bro. It's just not a good
We'll
like.
get you at the
you
next
can't
one.
just cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's all
if
good.
I was like to tell my boss like why I'm going to New York, like you're fired.
Fired.
You have to tell
Like,
your
pack it
boss
up.
those things? No, not me.
No, actually, yo. So the reason this dude, not the reason, but like one of the things I was really excited to work for him for is, bro, he's got Ethereum NFTs. You know, like,
True,
like,
okay.
like, yo, this
Sweet.
shit's going.
Sounds like a boomer.
He's like, yeah, he's my age, but like, yo, this is the thing. Is like NFTs have not spread yet to where they should, but when
They
people
will.
do kind of fuck with them, trust me.
Duppies are going to be hot on the
We're gonna be the
streets.
1%.
Yeah.
We're the
Yeah,
new
I'm gonna
rock
get him-
stars.
I'm gonna get him to get a duppy and hopefully he gives me a raise.
Hell yeah, he will once it goes 100x.
Hey, facts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all
All right,
exactly.
man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming on.
All right,
It's
y'all.
been an absolute pleasure.
Y'all are the shit, bro. It was a great time. I'll talk to you guys later, all right?
Yeah, man. Later, boss.
Appreciate you, bro.
Have a good night.
You too.
And Slate Chapter. We out.